Like how the fox is the only one with no dark vision.
Hey, what do you think?
Anyone gonna play Pokemon Unite?
No idea what that is.
Guess not. It's a free-to-play Pokemon MOBA that's coming out for the Switch.
Oh yeah!
Tomorrow.
I am interested by that, actually.
It comes out tomorrow, but if my calculations on the time zones are right, it might be out as early as 9 o'clock tonight. I'm excited. Weird thing is, it completely flew under the radar for me until, like, recently.
You know, I saw a announcement about it a while back, but they hadn't really announced much about it yet.
They just kind of announced that it was a thing and left it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Arcanine better be one of the Pokemon you can play as.
not yet. However, if it's successful, they certainly have several hundred Pokemon that they could add to the game to choose from.
What game?
It's called Pokemon Unite.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, it's coming out either tomorrow or later today.
Is it a mobile game?
Right now only on the Switch, but it's coming to mobile in September.
I got a Switch right next to me.
Me too.
Me. How much is it?
Free to play.
Ooh.
It's probably gonna be like League of Legends.
Gotcha.
It might be available to play as early as 9 o'clock tonight. That is if they intend on releasing it at midnight in Japan. Or no. I don't remember what it said. I just remember 9 o'clock.
illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Wait, Zekrom is a Pokemon you can be now? Did they add some?
Tales of our endeavors proliferate.
Oh yeah, looks like they added a lot of new Pokemon to the stream avatars.
Oh, that's what you're referring to. Yes, I have up to Gen 5 now.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to select my new one now.
Even have all the
Illustrious
Rotom
champion
forms.
returns. Welcome
Oh, wait.
home.
Gen 5, that means Sinnoh, right?
Yeah. At least I think so. Sinnoh might be Gen 4.
Yep, I've got it.
Yep.
There we go.
Gen 5 is the Kalos region.
Sorry, Vaporeon being replaced by the best electric cat in all of Pokemon.
Electric cat. Who's that?
Luxray.
Ah, yes, I should have known.
It's literally my absolute favorite Pokemon. I actually bought myself gold-plated gym badges from all of the Sinnoh gyms over the weekend while I was on holiday. I put them all on the front of my bag.
Wow, that's so cool.
Alright, well, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Deities in Disguise Dungeons and Dragons. I will turn it over now to Cobalt for the recap.
What?
You know, all those things we did.
Yeah, recap the last session.
Yeah.
Since the dawn of time, the fight between what is right and what is wrong has waged war between inside man.
Okay, we're not doing the
Keep
Attack
going.
on Titan intro here.
Keep on going. Keep on going.
Oh no, that was it.
No, there's more.
Kobold used baton pass. Zin was thrown into the battle.
It was super effective.
All right.
And then the
Stanoga.
Fire Nation attack.
Well, Stanoga, want to start us off here?
Yes. So, we're gonna jump in, hop right to it, and
Remember,
None of
You're
us are
number one.
kangaroos.
not yet anyway. I mean, always. No, never mind.
I'm sure kobolds can hop real well.
I mean, depending on the deck save. So, we start out in a town. This town has been known by many names. It changes from owner to owner. Right now, it's It's called Salvation. Not the mayor's choice, but it was voted on by the local tavern. We find the town bristling and bustling with activity as the annual hiring event is going on. In this town, there's a legend that if you're able to impress the mayors, you'll be able to get any wish granted. The caveat to that is no one has ever seen the mayors of this town. So every few years, this town holds a hiring event for local and far-seen adventurers. The winner gets an audience with the infamous leaders. And that is where we're going to find the new group. The new fresh blood, if you will. As the groups of many different travelers, scholars, thieves, anyone you can imagine is in this medium-sized town. We zoom to our very first person. We see a kobold wandering the streets looking for the local tavern. Lucky, how about you go introduce yourself?
Lucky is a gold-scaled kobold. But what you'd probably notice about him first, even before his scales, is the enormous sword he carries on his back. It is about the size, if not bigger than himself, yet he doesn't seem to be too burdened by carrying it. He carries himself with an air of confidence that you don't tend to see in kobolds at all.
Alright, Lucky. You find yourself wandering the streets. There's people. You see gnomes, halflings, a few dragonborn. You see elves, high elves, dark elves, minotaur, anybody.
That's a lot.
Have a quick question.
Yes.
How tall is this kobold?
Small.
Kobold size.
3 feet tall.
You do realize that great swords are about 5 to 6 feet long, right?
Well, this one's 5 feet long.
Okay. So it's definitely much bigger than you. How
I didn't know
exactly
that.
are you carrying it on your back?
Pretty easily, I'd say.
It's horizontal.
Only slightly horizontal. It curves.
He's
In
leaving
fact, medieval greatswords were usually 72 inches long, which is 6 feet. At least when you cross your arms and like sit backwards, you've got something to lean on.
Yeah, I didn't want to point this out, but in one of the pictures that I posted of the model I made in Hero Forge, the sword is actually clipping into the ground, but that's, whatever.
Just put it horizontal.
Yeah, that's the only way a kobold's carrying it on his back.
Oh, I think it's a great sword more in terms of weight rather than length. Like, it's long, but it's also thick and heavy. It's more like a buster sword.
That's even worse!
Well, weight's not an issue as much as length is.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, I believe the Buster Sword is about almost 7 foot long.
Well, I'm determining the thickness. I'm not saying the Buster Sword is a Buster Sword.
Okay, the Buster Sword is 6 feet long as well.
Hey Zim, you just want to share the Hero Forge screenshots that I took?
No.
Okay.
Same reason I mentioned earlier.
Anyway, this kobold with this massive metal grinding piece of machinery, this tool of destruction, this lever of chaos, this spectacular thing of this tiny little lizard carrying this big meaty sword.
A metal slab on a wooden stick.
Yep. Is getting a few eyes, but people are giving you enough room as you wander through the streets looking for the tavern for the hiring event. The tavern is called the Rusty Kettle. As you're walking around, a dwarf comes up to you, pats you on the head, and goes, "Hey, lass, a bit lost around here. Do you need any help?"
Why, yes. If you wouldn't mind pointing me in the direction of the Rusty Kettle, I would be more than grateful.
Ah, the Rusty Kettle. That's a good, fine place. Good brewery. Great mead. Not so good on food, though. Yes, it's... And he stops for a second. And he stares at you. His eyes widen with realization of fear. You don't beat one of those little lizard people, DB.
He kind of straightens himself up and puffs his chest out and said, "Why, yes. Yes, I am.
His smile.
My name is Lucky. Perhaps you've heard of me."
Ah, yes. Lucky. Doesn't ring a bell, but you look like a guy that has the eyes of an adventurer on me. How about I make you a deal, my fell, scaly friend? I bet you if you can guess the number that I'm thinking of, I will give you a special prize.
So do I roll for this, or do I just pick a number?
You pick a in-character number.
I picked 7, the luckiest number.
Ah. You must be one of those mages. You're right. 7 was the number. Here. Follow me so I can get your prize.
I follow him.
This sounds completely trustworthy and in no way is going to end badly.
This is absolutely and positively good, and nothing bad could happen.
Alright. He leads you down an alleyway that twists and turns, bends and curves, to a small little door. It's about 3 feet tall.
Oh, so normal sized door.
It's a normal sized door for ya. He's like, "Come. We got some business to discuss, and your prize awaits in here." And he opens the door.
I duck in.
Awesome. Alright, while you do that, we're going to move on to the next person. Gray, how are you doing?
I mean, Gray is doing just fine.
Awesome. You find yourself wandering in the middle of the street, enjoying the festivities. You see a small squad of jugglers,
Sorry.
clowns, and bards.
I just
As-
gotta interject here.
Yep.
My mind immediately went to the kobold trying to get through, but his horizontal sword sticking out on both sides just gets caught in the doorframe.
Same.
I just imagine like that golden retriever video with the really long stick, and he just kind of keeps doing
Yeah.
it, and then just turns sideways.
Yes!
And his official Cobalt has to turn sideways to get through every door now, unless it's a double door.
See, you'd think that, but somehow he didn't even seem to have any trouble walking through the door.
Don't be lame.
He does it on reflex now. He learned it.
Guys,
Yeah,
it's a magical thing.
He did turn sideways, yes.
Anyway, Gray, how about you introduce your character?
I would introduce Graves by saying that he is most likely chilling in Disguise Stealth right now. I can tick that off if that would be appropriate. But, being out in public, Gray does not particularly like the public eye, and, probably exotic enough to probably get some weird looks. So, would probably be disguised as an elf. I believe those are common around here.
Very.
Alright, so, Gray is normally a dusky-furred kitsune. Right now, Gray's just a fairly plain, blonde elf. Just, out and about enjoying, sights and the sounds. Enjoying the festivities.
Awesome. One of the bards comes up to you and goes, "Well, hello. You look like a very well-known or well-explored elf around these parts. May I ask what you're doing here?"
Oh, do I look well explored? I mean, I will take that as a compliment. What do I do? I do odd jobs. I'm just making ends meet.
Very noble. Well, you've come to the right place of this sanctuary, or whatever this town is called, this endeavors. But anyway, so if you're looking for something to make ends meet, I recommend the Rusty Kettle. Go there, ask for Joe. Actually, wait, is that his name this week? Yeah, ask for Joe. He'll hook you up with a mighty fine, well-paying quest for you.
Well, I'm usually a little hesitant when my employers can't make up what their name is on one week to the next, but, beggars cannot be choosers, so, thank you for the tip, good sir.
He bows, and he hands you a flower. Here, take this!
Oh, well, thank you.
Enjoy. And then with a puff of rainbow-colored smoke, he vanishes. Give me a perception check.
Oh, alrighty. Oh, give me 1 second. Where'd my sheet go? Why can I not open my sheet? What the heck? I seem to be having some trouble opening my sheet. It will not open. I'm gonna release and grab it again. There we go.
You are not prepared.
You see the puff of smoke just fade into the wind, but you kind of look around the corner and you see that bard just hiding behind a food stand. Kind of like what cats do when they hide behind a very thin pole of, I can't see you, but if I can't see you, you can't see me, but clearly you can see him. That's what he's doing.
Gray gives a knowing smile but doesn't say anything. Just laughs to himself and continues on his way in the general direction of the whatever that tavern was called.
Rusty Kettle.
Rusty Kettle.
It doesn't take you too long to find the Rusty Kettle. It's a very well-aged tavern. Hardwood, cracked windows, but the sounds of laughter and entertainment flow through it. As the door opens, loud can be heard even over the rumble and noise level of the going festivities. Inside the tavern, it is packed, and a lot of them are drunk. They seem to be pre-gaming pretty hard, as they're downing drinks and food in a almost apocalyptic manner. It's just a sense of maritime happiness and enjoyment. It's hard to pick up distinct conversations, but you can hear bits and pieces of, and then I killed that troll. Yeah, let's go over and get some food to eat. You know, sometimes I hear a local legend is actually technically true, depending on how you look at it. A bunch of different words. You come up to the bar and you see a half-elf male with bright blonde hair, blazing pink eyes, and seems to be missing an arm. as it is, they're wiping down the bar stool. Goes, good evening. Welcome to the Rusty Kettle. I assume you're here for the hiring event?
The hiring event? Well, I might be. I'm actually here for Joe.
Ah, yes. That is my name. I'm Mr. Joe Noble. It's nice to meet you. I'm the owner and proprietor of the Rusty Kettle. It's been in the family for many generations.
Oh, well, pleased to meet you. My name is Gray.
Nice to meet you, Gray. So, have you heard of the hiring festival?
I'm afraid I haven't. You, need to, enlighten me.
Oh, that's awesome. Here, and he hands you a thing of mead, free on the house. The hiring festival was started by one of our great mayors back in the day to bring in income to this lonely town. Though we've never met our mayors, and a lot of them have been very nice. Though it's odd, there are some rumors that they're liches, vampires, or even the dragons. But for us town folk, they treat us good. We were very well off for their ideas. And this event helps bring in golden profit to it. So we welcome all adventurers with open arms.
Oh, well, very hospitable of you. Kind of raises his meat a little bit. Does not drink it, but
So this hiring event in recent years is a team-based event. So you will be drawn from a lottery very soon. When you fill out the application and put your name in, it'll be teams of 4 to 5 adventurers. Once the teams are made, then the hiring quest will be announced.
all right. What exactly are we being hired for?
The events change from year to year. Last year, it was a scavenger hunt for an old scroll. Though this year, we haven't been told many information on it, which is odd. Usually us town folks are very in the head, so we know how to prepare for themselves. But they've been quiet this year. It's going to be a big reveal about it.
Oh, how dramatic.
Oh, yes. The mayors love their drama, you could say. Here, and he hands you a scroll. Go ahead, fill that out. Put that in the chest over in your, I don't know the slang these days. The corner over there.
Oh, all right then. Thank you. I shall do so.
Alright. Moving on. In the distance, on the outskirts of town, there's a creature. Just kind of hedging their heads in, hedging their heads out. As this one's name changes. Not changes in the way you think, but changes in those who remember. How about you introduce your character, Zim?
I mean, his name doesn't change.
It's a play on words, not literal.
Well, how am I supposed to know that? When I've got my Sunday characters where their name does change.
Stanoga, you should know after a couple years with this guy that he will do that every single time there's a metaphor.
I know that. I was prepared this time.
Well, my character is a very tall gnoll, sitting. So you said he's in the tavern already?
He's on the outskirts of town.
Oh, outskirts of town. Okay. Well, he's just wandering into the town, He is dressed simply in a pair of shorts with a piece of armor covering part of his chest, as well as one shoulder, which I just realized I forgot to actually buy the armor that he was going to be wearing, so I'll do that before we actually get into combat. But...
Too late in combat. Roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Alright, continue.
But yeah, he's just carrying a simple staff, and he's got a backpack laden with all sorts of different supplies.
Ooh, excuse me. Alright. I'll call you Fresh. Fresh, you just came in town. You came in through the back way because during your route here, you kind of got bamboozled by some young tricksters. They told you one direction, you ended up through a pond and a field. Though you could tell it's just lighthearted humor from some juvenile children. As you enter the town, you see the entertaining festivities, and the smells of cooked meat and fine wine fill the air. A small child comes up to you. Looks to be about a gnome or so, but very young. Young girl, long, flowing red hair, and goes up to you. You're tall, mister. What's your name?
He looks down slowly, and a sensation appears in the child's mind. More of a scent that he just instinctively knows.
Call you Mildew.
That is not an acceptable name.
Alright, Mildew. Hey, do you have time for a game?
I suppose.
Alright, tag, you're it. And she starts running off.
Oh boy. Do I have that ability yet?
Banishment.
No. I got a teleport ability, but I don't think I get that just yet. I didn't quite fully finish my character sheet because there was a lot to fill in, and I just didn't have the time. Mostly my abilities, I've got them on the sheet, on the PDF. I just need to bring that up wherever the hell I put it. There it is.
You can also just roll athletics or acrobatics too.
Well, yeah, but teleporting to her is much better.
Yeah.
But I might not have access to that yet. Okay. I know I saw it. I just... here we go. Ah, yes, I do have access to it. Cool.
Alright.
I'm going to, throw my, throw my staff, specifically not at her, but at the ground just past her.
Mm-hmm.
And activate engaging throw, causing me to teleport to the, space.
So she looks around running, doesn't see you, and then bumps into you. And goes, wow, you're fast, mister. Here. And hands you a small trinket.
Thank you.
He gets up and runs away, laughing. The trinket is a small leather bag, and inside it is 3 different colored marbles.
He'll sniff at them before pocketing them into his backpack.
An older human male, heavyweight, long beard, getting up in age, just goes, I see you met Ellie.
Is that her name?
That's what she's called. Kind of the local child of the town. She means no harm, but she tends to be energetic for those of her age.
Well, it was a pleasure to have met her.
Yes. Well, Mildew. And he just gives you a sly smirk.
That is not an acceptable name.
I know. Messing with ya. Anyway, I assume you're here for the hiring event.
I'm mostly just passing through, but I might take a look.
Well, if you're looking for something to do and earn yourself a bit of a coin, go to the Rusty Kettle. Meet Mr. Noble, very fine lad. He'll set you up with it if you're interested in this activity. They say if you win, you're going to meet the mayors, and the mayors can grant any wish. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but, you know, it's fun to think about.
Well, very well. And he just heads off in the direction with nothing more.
He yells after you, "It's the last building on the left!"
He will raise his hand as a affirmative kind of thing.
You get to the Rusty Kettle, judging by the sign of a literal rusty kettle on a hook. You open up and you enter and you see the entertaining scene. At the bar, you see an elf filling out a piece of paper, a half-elf man behind the bar with bright blonde hair, just giving idle chit-chat to this man as he looks at you and waves you to the bar.
He will give a grunt before heading over to the bar.
Welcome. Welcome to the Rusty Kettle. Name's Mr. Noble, and he hands you a glass of mead. Like, I assume you're here for the hiring event?
I was told there might be a wish if I win.
That's the rumor. We weren't really told much, but if you're interested, and he gives you the same information about the teams and all that. And he hands you the scroll. Go ahead, fill that out, put that in the chest over there. They'll be making the announcement shortly.
Alright, thank you very much.
Alright, Estra. I think I said that right.
Atcha.
Etra. You are actually one of the first early people showing up. You actually witness a lot of the town setting up. You have a room in the Rusty Kettle right now as you are currently upstairs, as there's a knock on your door.
Who is sick?
Yes, Miss, Estra. It's Mr. Noble sent me up here to, gather you when it was ready to, get the signing to start the event.
Very well. The door is going to open.
You see a, go ahead.
And Well, let's just say too much snake starts pouring through the door.
The young child backs up. It's a half elf, blonde hair, and just jumps back. Whoa! What does he see?
Well, clad in what appears to be a reptile skull of some description, potentially a dragon, and a bone pauldrons with a flowing ruined cape, is a rather massive ratted grey snake, much of the same coloration as a milk snake, with armored scales all up its front side, as she leans down and reveals two arms, being that of a naga-like disposition. She also has a very exotic weapon on her back. Those of you out of the game would recognize it as something akin to a bolt-action rifle, only it's a lot more heavily modified, and the front of it almost looks like the motif of a some kind of demonic creature, where the tip of the muzzle should be.
He's just, his eyes are wide. It's like, wow, what are you? If you pardon, I don't mean to ask. I just never seen one of your kind before.
And I hope that I will be the only one of my kind that you see. She's gonna slide back.
He just kind of looks at you with wide eyes, and then he points to the, what's that thing on your back?
This is a device for punishing others.
Wow, are you like a paladin?
She's gonna roll her eyes.
Well, my dad's ready for you downstairs.
She's gonna start rolling downstairs, and as the rest of her tail leaves the room, her tail just sort of grabs the handle and shuts.
You hear a, "Oh, that's so cool!" as you slither your way down the steps. Oh, Miss Estra. Morning, afternoon. I've prepared.
It's Etcha.
Etcha. Sorry, my bad. I have a paper scroll filled out for you, and a meal if you're ready for it.
Very well. I will be in the corner.
And yep, hands you the scroll and a plate of rather hot food, freshly cooked. Looks like a leg of lamb. So, Lucky, how you doing?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
You know what? That's a appropriate response to that question.
I'm sure I'm doing fine.
So you walk. So the dwarf leads you into the room, and it's a dark hallway as it leads further and further underground. The sounds of the festival fade out, replaced more with a faint grumbling noise as the air gets stale and cold as you get to the bottom of the basement, and goes, "Well, here, lad. your prize is right in that room, and you notice at the end of the hallway there's a locked door.
Oh, perfect. I was wondering how long this trip would take. You have a key to get in?
Ah, but he taps you on the chest. But the key has always been inside of you, my fine sir.
Ah, that's just like heroes. You're right. And then he tries to open the door.
So, you get up to a door, and you hear the door behind you as the door just almost. It's like the same size as the door you came in, 3 foot tall, but it just looks like it's towering as there's an intricate carving on top of it that looks like 2 eyes looking at you. And the dwarf goes, "Hey lad, do you like a riddle?"
Of course. I have solved several.
Perfect. When is a door not a door?
When it's a portal. When it's a jar.
Ah, good! But wrong, as the door opens its wide maw of glistening fangs and a long reptile-like tongue. When it's a mimic, have fun, my child, as the tongue wraps around you and pulls you into the door.
He's going to say, well, this seems like a pretty roundabout way to open a door.
Your area is dark. Even if you can see in the dark, it's very, very shadowy as it's wet. And there's this smell of rot and decay around you. As you feel yourself tumbling deeper and deeper and deeper. Then, all of a sudden there's a light. As there's a like somebody hawking the world's biggest loogie as you were jettisoned out. And you find yourself in a well-lit tavern. People having festivities around as you bounce to the ceiling and down, covered in slime. Next to you is a tall, half-elf man with blonde hair, bright pink eyes, looking down and smiling at you and see you met Cupcake.
So he's going to be against the wall on his back, and just looking up at this elf and just says, "Is this the rusted kettle?"
Yes.
Oh, perfect. He's gonna pick himself back up, dust himself off a little bit, but it won't really help.
Well, let me guess. There was a rather witty dwarf that told you won a prize.
I don't know about witty, but the rest is accurate.
Yeah, that's my brother-in-law. I apologize. He tends to like to show Cupcake off.
I mean, it got me here just fine, so I guess it worked out.
Yeah. No, you're the fastest one that's ever spit it out, so that's kind of a luck. That's pretty good. You must be very lucky.
Why, thank you. It is my name, after all.
Oh, convenient. Well, I assume since you're here, you're looking for the hiring event?
Absolutely. You know where that might be?
Come to the right place. Roll me a perception check real quick as he goes over the rules of the team group and all that like he did with the rest of the group.
That number.
Okay. Never mind. Anyway.
Okay, cool.
And he hands you a scroll and a rather large washcloth. It's like you can go in the kitchen and use the warm sink in there to wash some of the cupcake juice off of you. Go ahead, fill that out, put that in the chest. It should be starting any minute now.
He's gonna do just that.
Alright.
Oh, and there's a few rather large-looking dents and holes in the wall, probably made by the sword when he landed.
Oh yeah, you landed, the sword was sticking into the ground and you were just kind of sideways free-floating.
Mm-hmm.
You leave small kobold slime footprints into the kitchen.
Plurp, 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 plurp.
Alright. So, everybody fills out their sheets. About 30-40 minutes pass by as a loud dong noise enters the town. The bar immediately clears out. Mr. Noble goes, well, that's the bell to the start. You guys want to go get to the center of the village then. I wish you best of luck.
I'm gonna go to the center of the village.
Oh,
Everybody goes.
seems we're going to the center of the village.
I will go.
Alright. As you guys go. Hana, how are you doing?
Did
If you-
DG show up?
He's here. If you're talking, you're muted.
I'm fine, but I'm a little unfamiliar with the current situation.
Oh, don't worry. I'll lay it down for you in a second.
We're all gonna die, that's always the situation.
Ah, how unfortunate. At least I have my hull ready.
So, Anna, you were not in the tavern itself, but you already filled out the application earlier. More to a favor to Mr. Noble, as the local clerical group needed some extra help. Some rowdy kids ended up causing a small incident involving a cow and a chicken, and needed some extra hands mending some wounded farmers. The group contest they went over just a rundown since you weren't here in the beginning. This town bears hold a festival every year to hire adventurers for a chance to meet them. Nobody in town has ever seen the leadership in the town. There's rumors saying that if you complete and win this contest, that you'll be able to meet the mayors, and they have the ability to grant any wish.
A wish.
Any wish. You came early. You were actually here a few days earlier. So, in helping out the town. You exit the clerical building as you hear the ringing of the dong. Go ahead and describe what your character looks like.
Real quick first. Toshime, thank you so much for that donation. The donation goal has been completed.
Ooh, awesome.
It really means a lot to me, Toshime, though I'm not sure you can actually hear me, but oh well.
Hana is a somewhat pale green-skinned raptor with a nice red feather crest. However, she looks old or middle-aged to older middle-aged. Her coloration's a bit faded, and she tends to be a bit lower than others. However, she's always garbed in her dark vestments, or some form of vestment. You can't quite identify what it is that her focus of worship might be. However, with blue eyes and a usually kind smile, she's been the keeper of the graveyard for as long as anyone can remember, really. She tends to the graves and makes sure everything is up in order, and helps out when she's needed.
Awesome, awesome. Few of the townspeople know you by name. They've helped bury some fallen family members.
Indeed.
You exit the building. Some children walk by and give you a hug.
Oh, little ones.
As the podium that wasn't there before stands. Let's see. A rather overweight gnome. He's dressed in fine garbs and robes. As he goes, welcome to the annual hiring festival. My name is Mr. Branch, and I am the head butler of the mares. I welcome some new and old faces to this year's events. Though it's going to be a little different this time. Last few years, we've had anything from a scavenger hunt to magical circles to a game of tag with elder beasts. And not ghost beasts like old cows. You watch it, you young people. There's some muttering laughs in the group at his dry humor. This year, it's the event of execution. A headhunting event, if you will. Each person will be divided in groups of 4 to 5 and be giving a list of bounties to collect. Those who collect by the end of the day wins. Do we have any questions?
What would our targets be? I'd rather not be some aimless marauder just because someone else told me to do it.
Your targets vary, though the selections for each group is randomized. But do take solace in the fact that they are all well-known bounties for the local Hunters Guild. Some ranging from a rodent insect infestation to bandits to a rather nasty owlbear problem. And, you know, the luck be on your side. Ha ha.
Oh, I see. Very well then, I have no complaints.
Very good. Anyway, so let me start drawing the lottery. And he starts picking names and groups go together as he pulls group and goes Lucky, Hana, Estra, Etcha,
Great.
Gray, and a fresh. You will be all in your group. You can go over to the table next to the fine human over there. His name is actually Human. I know. It's funny. Ha Ha. Ha. And,
That is a bit unique now, isn't it?
mhm. And, I wish you all luck.
Every campaign's to know. Every campaign.
I have to keep things normal. I will get it one day.
No, you won't.
I won't, but telling myself that helps me sleep at night.
You sleep at night?
I think so. I don't know. I just kind of wake up.
I thought the cat kind of hovered over you with a knife in his mouth, like.
Yeah, and the dog lets her. So you go over to the table and you see a rather attractive-looking human female, about you would say early 30s, long brunette hair. As she goes, "Hello, group. I'm gonna be your advertiser, you could say, and I'm gonna give you your quest. And when you're done your quest, you just bring it back to me."
It seems reasonable.
And she hands a rather ornate-looking scroll to Gray.
I'll take a look at it, unroll it.
It says, mission, rat hunting.
Well, I mean, I won't lie. Seems a little beneath us, but hey, money's money.
Mm. Well, your goal is to go kill this X amount of rats, and it gives you a number quotation, and it's a lot of rats. It's a few hundred rats. Now, your hint, I can't tell you where to go hunting for these rats, but I am allowed to give you one single hint. The hint is, if there is light, they'll run away. If there is darkness, they will stay. That's all I can give you, unfortunately.
Okay. I'll make a note of it. Oh, then.
How
It's
will
an
you...
astronomical number of rats. Suppose we shouldn't waste time.
How will you know that we have killed all of these rats?
Yeah.
Do you wish us to bring back all of their bodies?
Oh, no. This scroll is magically attuned, so it will count when you've killed the selected targets. Watch. And she had a bucket and pulls out a single rat and just snaps its neck. And you see the counter of it's like 279 rats. It goes down to 278 rats.
Gray winces and says nothing.
Like that. So it keeps track of it. And they're specifically marked rodents for this. So you can't just go out into the forest and, slay some random rodents. No, they gotta be unique ones.
Oh, okay. Well, I suppose that's one application of magic, yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any questions for me before you go off on your adventure?
Real quick, was this the same mission for all of us?
Yes, this is the group mission. You're all in one group.
Sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm. off to it. You got. She looks at the hourglass in the sun. You only got a few hours to complete, so I would probably start early.
Of course.
Good luck.
Well, let's get moving then.
As you watch everybody's group partners and groups just disperse like children being released on an Easter egg hunt. They just go everywhere. So what do you guys do?
What was the hint again?
In light they scatter, in darkness they stay. So we'll probably have to fight them in darkness.
Well, I think that's a reasonable
won't be a
interpretation
problem
of
for me.
the riddle.
The party in unison. I have dark vision.
Well, many people do.
Alright, Sunogo, do we know of some dark places?
That's for you guys to find. You can use any of your skills or investigation abilities to try to find. It's a scavenger hunt for rodents.
Well, I think that the first thing to do would be to check cellars and basements. Sealed off places where there's food.
I mean, reasonable, though I will say, they did say that they would be specially marked rats. I would imagine that they would be in a specific place, not allowed to just roam free and find their own food.
True enough. So then, someone in particular is having trouble with rats. So I'll do a bit of
I'm gonna
asking
use-
around. One moment.
I'm gonna use ear to the ground. Sonoga?
Yep, it took a second to load. I'm just reading it.
Not exactly a wanted criminal, but I feel like I could, since this is in the realm of bounty hunting, use this to my advantage.
Yeah. Is there somebody in particular you're looking for?
Somebody who has knowledge of caves and catacombs, and where there might be rat infestation.
You kind of look around, you ask a few people, and one person points you in the direction of the general goods store. And they go, the owner there is very well versed in a lot of the foliage and landscapes around here. She'd be your best bet.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Gonna tip the lizard skull.
They nod back. I assume, does everybody go there, or?
Of course.
No, I mean, seems
This
like
is
a good place to
probably
start.
quite reliable.
Yeah, seems like a good place to start.
Alright. So you find the shop. It's located about halfway in the middle of the town. It's called the Golden Feather. Very ornate board that looks like an unfurled scroll with a golden feather quill. You open the door and a little ching chime echoes as you enter a pretty well-stocked adventuring store. You see rations, ropes, 10-foot poles, ball bearings, fishing gear, camping gear, basic equipment like armors, knives, bows, arrow, anything a basic adventurer need is at this store.
How big is this general store?
It's
Are we talking Wild West style general store?
I would say it is, but it's longer instead of wide.
Okay. I'm going to make a point to go in last because I have over 6 foot of tail to come in behind me, so.
Who goes in first?
Lucky.
Bye.
You know, it's probably annoying for people to have to wait for the fat ass snake to move in.
Gray will go in second.
It's fine.
So you all enter with Lucky at the head of the charge, and behind the counter you see a rather tall, muscular female dragonborn with blazing blue scales. And she goes, "Welcome to the Golden Feather. My name is Queen of the Kobolds. How may I help you today?"
I hate you so much right now. I hate you so much right now.
Hello there.
There is no escape.
If I see King, I am killing him on sight.
I don't know what you're talking about. Welcome to the Golden Feather for all your adventuring needs. Is there something I can help you? For I am Queen of the Kobolds, and I know all.
Well, we are looking for a very large amount of rats.
Rat, you say? And she comes around her counter. She kind of towers over the group. As you notice, like, her part of her tail was missing. She looks down, and she just basketball palms Lucky's head, picks him up, and kind of just holds him to his chest like a teddy bear.
He's gonna say, "Hello, madam."
Ah, yes, one of my children. Nice to meet you.
He's gonna look up and say, "Mom?"
Yes, and just kind of patting your head. Give me a insight check, real quick.
Okay.
As she just goes, well, there's a lot of you have no recollection of this woman, but her embrace feels extremely familiar.
Interesting.
She's just like patting you. Large amount of rats. During this season, there's an old cave system not too far in the woods that tends to habit those rats, though I assume this is for the hunting quest?
That is correct.
That wouldn't be that location there. No one goes over to that den anymore. Let's see. Aha! I, Queen of the Kobolds, have gotten your answer for you. You go to the local blacksmith shop, ask for Tommy, tell him you're here to see some candy. He'll show you to an underground cellar that leads to a small cave system. A lot of the local tavern rats tend to hide under there. This is for that quest. Good Gold says that's where you're looking for.
Oh. What an impressive network.
He says, "Thank you, ma'am."
Oh, you're welcome.
Still very what's the word? Almost crushed. That's a good one.
Oh yeah. Make sure you visit, my dear. She kisses you on the head as she sets you down.
He straightens up his outfit.
Dope.
How kind she is.
As Lucky's breath returns to his lung.
At last.
You hear him squeak, freedom!
And if you happen to see any other kobolds, just let them know their mother's looking for them. For I, Queen of the kobolds, love all my children.
What a fine young lady she is.
And she waves you off, and as the door closes, you hear her faint saying, watch out for their bites!
Of course, of course. What?
Anyway, so you guys have a location now.
Oh, we've got a place to start, or hopefully finish, but we'll see.
Be able to find our way to the blacksmith shop fairly quickly.
You go to the blacksmith shop, and there's a small line of people waiting to get things repaired. It's gonna take like about 10 minutes to be seen by this blacksmith. Is there anything you guys talk about among yourselves?
Wait a minute, Sanoka. Say that again?
I did not say the dreaded word.
Yeah, you said blacksmith first time. Who are you, and what have you done with Sanoka?
Wait, what does he normally say?
A Bollocksmith.
Bollocksmith.
I don't remember that.
That's a different
Guessing
trade
it's
logo.
I'm guessing it's a inside joke.
It is. And it's something I will never let him live down, ever.
And this is why Queen of the Kobolds came back.
And why I want to take you out back and shoot you now.
Anyway, is there anything you guys talk amongst yourselves?
Hmm.
The Knoll
Let's
is just
see.
standing there, patiently waiting.
Gray's mostly just focused on the job itself, just kind of eyeballing the scroll, kind of curious about it, really more how it works than what's actually on it.
You can give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, sure. I'm actually a wizard that's horrible at this. Yeah, I am.
Magic scroll does magic.
I don't know.
Nice.
Scrolls do what scrolls do.
So, anyone read any good books lately?
I mean, a few, sure.
The equivalent of, so, how about that weather?
Exactly. I was trying to not do that one. He's gonna slide over to Etcha and say, that's a pretty cool looking weapon you got there.
It serves his purpose. I'm trying to elongate my asses without being too cringy.
Without putting too much into it. I think you're doing a good job. Look, he's gonna say to himself, "Man, not a very talkative crowd, huh?"
You, after some time, you get up, and you see there's just a normal black counter with a glass display case, and behind it you hear a voice going, "So what do you guys want? Armor repaired, enchantments, whatnot." You don't see where the voice is coming from.
Oh, what was that name?
Power Stone has already made an art. It's great.
Jeez. I will bring that up on stream.
Everyone in this other Discord was talking about how much Power Stone's improved lately. His art's really good looking now. Well, I mean, it has, but it looks even better.
That's amazing. I love the eyes
I love the eyes too.
and the cheeks. That's great. So, around the table, you see an otter. A really, really buff otter.
That's
Like,
an oxymoron.
this guy. Has anybody ever played Borderlands 2?
Yes.
Do you know the build for Salvador?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for in but in otter form. He's got arms for days. This is like a jacked aquatic mammal right here.
As long as it's not bullywog jacked, because that would just look comical.
Yeah.
You should have put the seal. That way we could say there's a very powerful seal in the way.
That's at the magic shop. So here, yeah. What do you guys want?
You were told that you have a rat problem.
I got no rat problem. I don't know what you're talking about. You can probably go to that cavern over there for that elf. He's probably got rat problems with him and his mead.
Well, very well then. And the knoll will simply turn and walk towards the inn.
What do you all want?
I guess I'll follow.
Does nobody remember what we were supposed to say?
Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to tell them that we're here for...
we're here for candy.
Yes, here for candy.
I'm face palming so hard right now.
I forgot. Oh, and that's how Lucky
Jesus.
says, that's how Lucky says it to the blacksmith.
You guys don't have much of a tack for this, do you?
Well, I mean, what can we say? Apparently it's day one for some of us.
Sorry, I'm back. What's happening? Because a lady that we've never seen before has been wandering around our property for a while now, is now in our yard.
I had to imagine Hana was spacing out and just like snapped back, like, "Oh, I'm back. What's up?"
She fell asleep standing up.
Her presence is currently driving the dog wild. You may hear it barking.
Call the cops.
Yeah, it may just do that.
It's technically trespassing. Yes, I got some candy for you guys. If you just want to follow me, crap, you know, this is supposed to be a planned event, and it's supposed to have this elegance of mystical adventures, and the first group that gets my quest screws it up. Way to go, Tommy. Way to draw that shot. You know, this is the last time I volunteer for any, as he's just muttering to himself as he leads you to the back room.
I'm gonna go back and get our null friend.
I assume he didn't get very far.
Yeah.
So,
We follow.
okay, he leads you to the back room, and it's just a traditional blacksmith. You see a forge, a hammer, a lot of unfinished works lining the ceiling of swords, hammers, chainmail. Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh yeah, while we're here, do any of the swords look as amazing as mine?
No, they kind of look more like generic.
So for you guys listening, his sword, yes, it's big, but it also has purple runes engraved down the middle, and it comes to a really wicked pointed curve at the end, curved point at the end. It looks like it's made out of stone as opposed to metal.
However, Hana, as you guys walking past, Hana, you see on a bench, partly covered by a dirty rag, a small orb with a floating eye in it that just kind of winks. Not blinks, clearly winks at you.
Oh, and who might you be? Not someone I've known, I'd imagine. Unless... Trevor, perhaps?
You see the eye just kind of looking around, and give me an insight check. Ooh, dang. You can apparently speak eyeball. You get the sense of it's beckoning you over to come closer.
She'll approach. She's picked up many trades over her lifetime. Just a little curious that she's coming out of retirement now for this, of all things.
The eye just kind of moves and floats and bounces, almost like a fish, but like excited to see you.
Oh, hello there. No, you're definitely not Trevor. You're very excited.
It bounces. It's like it keeps darting towards you like it's trying to get closer, but the orb does not move.
She'll continue to approach.
Do you get right up to it?
Yes, she does.
You see the eyeballs. It looks up at you and almost tear, like as you get the sense of it's begging you to touch it.
All right. I see you. And she'll reach down to place a hand on the orb.
As soon as you
What
touch
do you have to share?
As soon as you touch the orb, there's a blinding white flash that fills the room. As everything returns to normal and the orb is gone.
Oh, well, goodbye then.
You found a collectible.
You
You can view it on your pause screen.
You hear Tommy just go, "What in oyster hell was that?"
I'm not sure. There was something under a rag over here, I think.
Gets up, he looks at it. There's nothing under this rag. It's just a pile of my old sweat rags.
Well, not anymore, no. Oh well, so much for that.
Anyway, yes. So, go ahead and add orb to your inventory. As you feel a heavy, round object in your bag.
She will pat the bag and say nothing.
The door he opens up in the floor is like a traditional storm cellar. Old wood, rusted hinges, and it opens up clearly made dwarven stonewares lays further down into the floor. He goes, "Down there, we had a bit of an escapee issue from the magic shop that we sealed down here. Some magically powered rodents kind of got out of Snip's armory, you could say. So you kind of got to go down there and extinguish them before they ransack the town.
Well, it's an important job to do.
Good to know.
Don't worry, sir. I'll help save the village. The town. You know what? No, he says village.
That's not what we're doing now. Saving it.
Oh yeah. You said before it ransacks a town.
My trust in you is I can't go on this anyway. Just don't die. Filling up the paperwork for cleaning up New Adventure's dead bodies is way too much, and I don't really need that.
I'll keep them up. Don't worry.
You do that, Hana.
Oh, so gracious.
Don't worry. If things go wrong, you won't even find the bodies.
That's disturbing, yet strangely reassuring. You're creepy.
He's very impressive. But it's a good trait.
Anyway, good luck or not. What I'm gonna go drink before the bar closes. You know where to go.
Well, enjoy,
The bar
you enjoy your
closes in the
evening.
middle of the day.
He's got a lot of drinking to catch up on.
I mean, yes. Can't drink its own weight at this rate.
You guys go down.
Yes.
Let's go.
Awesome. Who's going first?
Well, first off, I would like to say I'm going to be using Tough Hide on myself. And then, the Knoll will lead the way.
Let's see. Party sheet.
You have the order that you're going to use.
Let's see. I'll drag you all. Let's see here. So, Fresh is gonna go first. Who goes second?
Lucky.
Lucky. Alright. Third.
I guess Gray will go third.
Hana, you taking up the reel?
Sure.
I see what you have to do with okay movements.
You can turn that off.
I'll have to figure that out later. Anyway. Give me 1 second, guys. My AC is making a weird noise.
Time's up.
No.
Also, is it possible a delayed reaction from you shooting it?
This is a new AC.
Oh, okay.
I haven't worn it in yet. I mean, I can make it like old times.
Let's
No,
not.
it has to be an accident.
Yeah.
Or else it's just not the same.
Let's not have that accident, period.
Oh, I don't know. It was a fun story.
Can I have your old AC? I'm dying here.
I'll ship it to you. I still have it in my closet. No, a bird actually flew into my AC. That was funny. Anyway, you guys go down the steps. As you walk, stotches on the walls of old torches light as it leads a path farther and farther down, as it opens up to a wide open cavern. The cavern is very ornate in the sense of it looks like a old stone house. You can still see elegant pillars of old faded fables, faint marble floor that has been dust covered and mildewed ridden, as the sounds of skittering can be echoing around this empty cavern.
Well, spooky.
All right, and then he, with seemingly no effort, withdraws the sword from his back and holds it in front of him and said, Let's hunt some rats, I guess."
One moment. I mean, maybe the rest of you are fine with this, but, myself, I'm a little blind right now.
I'm gonna hand him a torch.
Oh, no, I'm good, thank you very much, but, yes, I need to crack one of these out. And, yeah, Gray whips out a torch and, lights it. That might actually be a problem for me. Hold on, how does blade singing work?
You might want. Maybe you could hang back because apparently the rats don't like light.
Oh, no, I prefer to get up close.
Well, if you're near the front, we might not encounter any rats.
Oh, well, I mean, if this is mostly in the interest of, countering rats, then have at it.
And so I guess we continue forward.
I christened the formation sheet.
I can see.
It's very good.
So you guys start exploring. This, just at a cursory glance, it doesn't take any type of knowledge of architecture to know this is really old. Like, really, really old. A lot of, you see some language. It looks like Old Dwarven, but it's a dialect that's not used anymore. As you come to the end, at the far end of this cavern, and you see a opening of a hallway as a bunch of eyes light up from the candle, the torchlight. And you hear a cacophony of squeak as everybody roll initiative as a wave of flea-ridden varmints come waving at you. And these are some big varmints.
I imagine they all squeaked in unison.
Oh yeah. The combat track.
Rats, we're the rats. We hunt at night, we stalk at night, we're the rats.
Huh. Dragged you guys on initiative earlier before we started the game. I don't know why it didn't do it. Oops, no, that's the wrong one. Go ahead and roll initiative, Gray.
Oh, sorry. Let me see. There it is on the sheet. Womp womp.
And that Etcha girl is very quick.
Oh, cool! I just have to press one button. That's
I'm just
so
gonna,
cool.
I'm gonna sliver up to the ceiling and just go.
Are you trying to scare the rats?
Who? Oh no, I'm not actually intimidating or anything. It's just I was just responding to Digi's comment about me being fat.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, very nimble.
Ah, there we go. Alright. Let's see. Alright, give me 1 second. I will get this down elegantly one day. Alright. So, this massive bipedal rodent in this wave of rats comes out. As it just looks around, nose twitching, whiskers moving, and it's gonna look to, who's the closest to the door?
Who came in last?
The last one that came in was, Hana.
Probably Hana.
Oh dear.
So it's gonna go towards Hana.
You're welcome to try.
As it pulls out like this rusted looking short sword and just lunges at you.
I feel like this one's a little bit more than a rat.
Let's see, and it just kind of it trips over some of its fellow rodents as the sword goes wide, and it turns its meaty head as it tries to lash and bite onto you.
Huh.
You might want to actually reveal the encounters on the combat tracker, by the way.
It's the I button.
Oh, I hit that. Okay. As it just like its momentum, it overcalculates. It just moves forward as it misses.
Oh.
The next one, this chunky rat, just skitters by and looks up at the knoll. And it's gonna go try to lunge for you.
Don't forget you didn't reveal them.
I don't know what I've been told.
Let's see, where are you fresh? Bite. Let's see. That's gonna hit. It just kind of lunges onto your ankle. The next one is gonna go towards Extra.
Atcha.
Etcha. I'm getting there. Let's see. That's gonna be a hit.
How much is it hitting by? Would an extra 5 AC matter?
What's your AC right now?
12.
No.
Okay.
And the last one's going to go towards Lucky. This thing is as big as you are.
For the record, by the way, you damaged the rat itself.
Is this a giant? Okay. Says,
Thank you for
worthy opponent.
Squeak!
He's gonna point his sword dramatically with one hand and say, "This reminds me of the time I fought." Wait, okay, hold on. What was the name of the giant rat that I killed that one time? That made me a full hero.
His name was Nippers.
At the time I slayed Nippers the giant rat at that what was the name of the tavern?
You can't remember what the name of the tavern
Just make it up.
You're right.
Yeah.
No, good point. I thought Sunoga had something like this. Anyway, Nipper is the giant rat from the Silver Pot.
And it just lunges at you like an anime style, and it completely misses you.
Nice.
So, real quick, how much AC did the attack say I have? The one you did against me?
Well, considering it rolled a 19 on the plain dice.
Yeah, but it should have the AC listed.
Let's see.
Usually it says versus AC.
No, it's not showing up on my side.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, my AC should be 16 right now. I don't know if it's actually, if the effect's actually working. So.
No, it rolled a 19 plus modifier.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it would have hit you.
Carry on.
Alright, Etcha.
How far is the were-rat away from me?
The one that just hit you?
No, the one that just tried to hit the cleric.
Like 10, 15 feet.
Alright.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be quite alright.
I'd like to cast Hold Person on that.
Sure.
Needs to make a 14 Wisdom save.
It passed.
Wow, okay.
It rolled really good.
I'm going to draw my gun off my back, and that's it.
Alright.
You skip past Lucky. Remember, we as players can hit the end turn button.
Gotcha.
Alright, cool. Which giant rat am I right next to? Wait, do we have a
We don't have a
map? Okay. Which rat am I right next to? That just attacked me?
The giant rat that attacked you. Let's see, where was it? Rat number 6.
I'm gonna swing my sword at it.
Yeah, that'll hit.
My blade will taste villainous blood once more.
Congratulations.
You
Okay, so
slayed it. How did you do it?
So you see this this tiny little kobold lift this enormous, spooky-looking sword all the way over his head and just cleave the rat in half.
It splits in half. Anything else?
Actually, uh, I'm gonna. How far away is the were-rat?
The first one,
The actual were-rat. That's not the giant rat. Oh, I guess there are two. The closest were-rat, I guess.
I would say like 10 feet away from you.
Is it 11 or 3?
3.
All right, I'm going to cast Hex on it as a bonus action.
All right.
And I'll point my sword at it and say, "And you will be next."
You remember to roll with disadvantage on your greatsword.
Oh, did I have pack tactics? Was anyone near me?
Everybody's near you.
Yeah, so I just figured I had pack tactics.
It's a
Alright.
small enough room that you guys don't get disadvantage on range attacks, but you're still kind of close together.
I'm gonna give him disadvantage on, I don't know, strength checks.
All right. All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. Oh, right, I could pass turn.
From the pile emerges this other massive rat creature as it just looks around and looks to Hana and it lunges to you, sword and teeth in hands.
Apparently, Hannah is very attractive to were-rats.
I'm not sure I appreciate this kind of attention.
That's a nat 20 critical hit.
Oh dear.
Yeah, let me draw a card. What type?
It is piercing.
Natural
Melee.
attack?
No, sword.
Okay. Piercing. Funny bone. You have disadvantage on dexterity-based attacks for 1d4 rounds.
Two
Otherwise,
rounds.
it would be normal damage.
And as the sword plunges into your upper shoulder, it's gonna lure its rodent-like fangs and it tries to bite you. It's gonna hit you.
So many of them.
Can you give me a Constitution save in the tower?
Yo. Oh, wait, that's a check. Ah, let's see, it's the same anyway.
Okay. Alright. And it just bites into your upper neck. Fresh, it is your turn.
That is not my name.
The full name will not be spoken.
There's not enough time in the day for that.
Alright. The knoll is... Which one? Let's see. Which one attacked me? That was... Oh, it doesn't actually say. Which one attacked me?
Number 8.
Number 8. Alright. He's going to give his staff a twist, separating it into 2 pieces. And...
Hi, Rat Man.
Huh?
I said, hi, Rat Man.
Who?
It's literally what Red Mages do in Final Fantasy XIV. They swap
Red
their
Mage.
staff. Yeah, they split their staff into a bit and a sword, and then they combine it into a staff.
I've not played the game much enough.
It's actually pretty cool.
Anyways.
So, like, it's a rod with a fancy magic thing on the end, and you can split to hold the magic thing, and also it's a rapier.
Ah. Either way, one half of it crackles with energy, forming into a blade similar to a great axe, and the other one into a long halberd, which he proceeds to attack Giant Rat 8 with. Both of them.
What's your class again?
Mystic.
Both of those will hit.
Excellent. The halberd's in his main hand. Oh.
And you murdered it.
How can you dual wield heavy weapons? I'm guessing this is a mystic thing. Never mind.
Notice the damage that I did with the halberd.
Oh, it's flavor. Never mind.
Yeah, basically they're called soul knife, but they can take the form of any weapon that I want, but they count as a
soul
light
knife.
and finesse.
Okay, cool.
Well, since the one, I wouldn't have swung with the other one at the same one if I killed the first.
We can just use the other one you rolled to the rat number 5 if you want.
Okay. And then, because of my psychic focus, it will also deal 2 lightning damage.
Just go. You see the skeleton.
And that'll be it for my turn.
Hana, it's your turn.
Goodness gracious, how vigorous these little things are. I suppose I'd best take care of myself first. No point going down before everyone else. And she will use, let's see, Healing Word on herself. Ah, that's better. And now. She is going to swing a short sword at which rat attacked her last? Were rat, probably.
Yeah. Number 11.
Lie on, you dirty little thing. I won't save a spot for you. Ah. Oh well. End turn.
On my screen, I almost saw a 1.
I saw almost a different number. Oh well. That's how it be sometimes.
Oh, look at that. I'm in this combat. I forgot. Ike has been screwing with his robes this entire time, trying to get them open. Like, just I can't. Hold on. What? Oh, damn it all! And eventually, just gives up and just drops his disguise. A dusky-furred kitsune is now standing behind the party. Tails help to force this stupid robe open, and expose all those scrolls dangling from the inside. Sort of starts to, I don't know, how would you describe a Blade song? I'm not even sure.
Like one of those fat opera ladies singing in the glass match.
There you go. I don't know. Let's go with just kind of like stumbles forward, catches his step, and then just kind of does this graceful little spin into the midst of combat. How many rats are left?
3.
3 rats? And well, is it 3 rats and a were rat, or is it just 3 targets left?
It's 3 targets.
3 targets left? Okay. Gotcha. And just kind of cause a bunch of little motes of flame to sprout up behind each of these tails and pepper the remaining 3 rats. So I believe that the way that this works is that I roll a d4, and that is my number of targets. Hey, that's how many I wanted.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, hey, it works. And I don't know, what do you want me to do? Just like roll 3d20 for the attack?
Roll the, because you're hitting them individually, right?
It's a weapon that targets, it's like a ranged weapon that targets 1d4 targets.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Just roll, to see if you hit, just roll on each of the creatures.
Okay. Oh, one of those didn't.
One of those was a nat 1.
It is.
Well, let me...
And one's a nat 20, so look at that.
What are you
Win some,
rolling
you lose
for?
some. This is Foxfire. It's a natural weapon the kitsune get.
Ah, it wasn't set up then. Alright. I'll do that later.
I mean, I can't set up the 1d4. Oh, I mean, I guess actually, I'm sorry. I do have it set up as the... I should have just done this, but... I mean, I've already rolled the 3d20. So you want me to just roll the damage on the 2 that hit?
Yeah. So
Right.
it would be, if you want to do order on the turn order.
Oh, whoops. I want my turn back. Crap.
That's fine.
Alright, so I'll just tick crit for this one.
Yep, one was a crit and one was a crit fail, which is hilarious.
We do
Alright,
have
so
cards
that's a
for the
7?
crits.
Hmm?
We do have cards for crits and crit fails.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's a 7 on 1.
Yeah, we'll just do that one for the 14. And then we'll wait for the cards for the other 2.
Oh wait, okay, so I'm sorry, you're using a... I just rolled that as though it were a crit.
Yeah, you'll need to reduce it by 1 point of damage.
Oh, okay, then 6 damage, alright. And
Okay.
for the other 2?
So critical hit deck first. This would be magic. Maximum damage, and the target has disadvantage on saving throws against your spells for 2d4 rounds.
Alright.
To do maximum, you go up to the upper right. There's a
Oh, I can see, yeah, max. So, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with how you run crits then. Do they still do an extra die, or do they still do double die?
It depends on the card.
Yeah, we do
Oh,
cards.
okay, so in this case, all I would tick is max damage and then just roll it.
Normally, you will also reset the attack, but yeah.
Alright, so just 8.
And then for the fail, make a oh, okay. I was waiting to expect. Okay, make a saving throw with your spellcasting ability. On a failed save, natural beasts with intelligence 4 or lower are unhappy in your presence, reacting to you as fits their nature for 1d6 days.
Oh, well,
That
they're
is
gonna hate me then,
definitely a
because I just
fail.
nat 1.
It was a DC 16.
Yeah, I didn't make that.
So you need to avoid traveling circuses.
Alright, so yeah, two of these rats get toasted by foxfire. And that will be my turn.
Well, that were-rat did not like that at all. He was not a fan of that one.
I was actually going to Blade Song as well. Could I get my token targeted, or is there an easy way to target myself? Let's see. Oh, actually, no. I can just tick it. So it is set to self. Blade Song. Okay, there. I'm good.
So that rat wants to get to you, but there's a chunky person standing in his way. So he's gonna go take care of that. Because I imagine Knowles as, chunky because of all the fur and meat. Boom. As it just kind of like reaches out and stab you fresh and hits you. And then it's gonna lean down and try to nom on you.
Ooh.
Ooh. Can you give me a con save in the tower?
And this is on me, right? Or
no, that's on Fresh. It's trying to get to you.
I see.
All right, cool. It's just gonna go. As number 5, it's gonna turn its head, look around. It's it's bleeding very badly. It is not in great shape. And it's just gonna try to weakly bite at Lucky. Wherever that character sheet is. And it just bites on you. Just kind of hanging on your tail.
Ah.
Shah, it's your turn.
You just call me Shot.
Yep.
I will slap the shit out of you one of these days.
One of these days.
I'm gonna shoot one of the were-rat.
Alright.
Of course I roll on that one.
Ooh.
Doesn't it have a thing where when you roll an nat 1 it becomes broken?
Nope.
Ah. Okay. So, ranged attack. Against the odds, roll a d20. On a 1 to 19, this attack misses and draw another card. On a 20, you find your mark and this attack is treated as a critical hit.
Ooh.
Alright.
Nope.
Took it out of you. Your next attack deals minimum damage. And it is now time to shuffle this deck.
I will use my bonus action to reload and pass the turn.
Hello. Time for me to go after the where at 3 that I cursed. Now, do I also get patch X's for attacking him?
You would be close enough to your party members.
Sweet. Does that hit?
Yes, that does hit.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, and 1d6 extra necrotic damage. I wish there's a way to roll that better. Could you just add the 4 to it? Wait, I guess I could.
What's that extra damage?
The hex gives a d6 extra necrotic damage.
All right.
And that's my turn.
As your sword just kind of slashes through the fur. And just kind of stands there, glaring at you. Let's see.
Your wickedness shall not last, villain.
Let's see. We're at 11. Is going to continue his attacking on Fresh. Let's see. Oh. Nope, that's... And he misjudges the distance that the sword goes wide. But he comes down with his fangs of doom! Go ahead and give me a con save in the tower.
Now, are they all rolling above the 16? I don't know if that's actually taking into consideration.
From what I see right now, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the earlier ones, but I think it fixed itself.
It's more I added that effect on there and wasn't sure if it was actually working.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I am hurting. So... I'm going to use Mend Wounds on myself with 3 points, because I definitely need some healing. And bonus action, I am going to prepare to parry. It adds another 2 to my AC.
Just to, like, the beginning of your next turn.
It goes until... That's a good question. Until the start of my next turn, yeah.
Alright, gotcha. Alright, let's see. It is Hana's your turn. If you're talking,
Did she-
Digi, we can't hear you. You're muted.
I guess we come back to him.
All right. Gray, it's your turn.
Wait, no, there's 2 were-rats? Oh, I see, okay. Okay, I don't know, let's just do the exact same thing. Actually, is this were-rat almost up in my face at this point?
No, he got stopped by Noel.
Okay. No, stop him. Alright.
So
Yeah, in that case, I'll just do the same thing again. No, I lied. Bonus action. Gray is going to do a dramatic flourish and kind of start to reach for the whip, then kind of glance over at the torch in his hands, growl a little in annoyance, and then just kind of flick the thing out and drop it as a pre-item interaction. He will then cast Shadow Blade and whip out a blade comprised of inky shadows. He can't see for shit, but that's fine because he has advantage on attacks in the dark. Assuming I can see like even enough to make out where this is, I guess that's part of the question. If he can, then Gray will kind of make his way on up to the. Let's go with the more wounded of the were-rats and take a slash with the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I would say you would have enough like memory recall to kind of like if you turn off the lights in your room real quick, it's like you kind of still know where things are.
Right. So, yeah, no, I'll. I do not have this set up as a weapon. I wish it did that automatically. Do you mind if I just roll this as my Foxfire and then just roll the damage on the Shadow Blade if I hit?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right. $19.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. I don't think this actually adds my ability modifier to damage, does it?
Just make sure you drag the damage onto the creature in the combat tracker.
Oh, okay. Will do. Yeah, I do not believe this actually adds my ability modifier to damage. Alright, so let me see, this should be on we're at 3. Alright. And that would be my turn.
Hello, sorry about being absent. Turns out that we're being a little hospitable to her.
Everything okay?
Yes, she's just sitting on her porch.
Got
I've not been informed with the current situation, but we're currently getting the living room right. It's our roommate.
Gotcha. Well, go ahead and take your turn. Cause we
Yeah,
kinda
okay. Yeah, I figured. Let's see. Where is Rat 3 in comparison to me?
Pretty close to you.
Alright, I'm going to use Toll of the Dead. Toll of the Dead. Does it pass?
It failed.
Alright. Then it takes the big damage.
I don't think a 3 is gonna pass.
Hold on. It takes 7 necrotic damage. And didn't I have something for this? Let me check. Is there another rat within 5 feet of it? Were rat 3.
I would say giant rat 5.
Ah, well then this also hits him because of Reaper.
He has to roll another save, but yeah. That's... So, before Toll the Dead, there weren't really a whole lot of necromantic cantrips you could use that for.
Nope.
I'm so glad Toll the Dead is part of that now, though.
Nope, it failed. How do you want to do it? Kill this giant rat.
She'll probably raise an odd pendant with a gold hexagonal design on it. And the were-rat seems to wither, as it seems to age a bit more rapidly. The rat beside it, however, looks like something internal just stopped, and it slumps over. The graveyard welcomes you in all shapes and sizes.
Just goes, ah. As, We're at 3 is not looking great. And he's gonna try to go for fresh, but I don't have the utmost confidence in this one. No confidence at all. Nope. Swings and a miss. Let's see if the bite works. And this thing, it just, I don't know if it's from the blood loss or it's got a rat air in the eyeball or something like that. It just misses you by a mile. Your turn.
I guess I'm trying to shoot it where we're at face.
Goes wide.
Don't know why I bother. I'm gonna use bonus action to reload.
Yeah.
No,
Alright,
yeah,
well.
ships.
A true hero masters both. It's the yin and yang of kobolds, yap and yip. They must be in perfect balance. Alright, I'm gonna swing my big sword at the were-rat again. That number.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
Womp. Oh, and the d6.
Alright. Which one are you swinging at?
3.
3? Alright, because that didn't go on to him.
I don't know how. I need to make a new thing for that.
Okay. Yep. How do you want to take him down?
Yes. Let's see. What's a good one? He's swinging. Is he using daggers or claws at me?
It was a short sword and a bite.
So as I'm dodging the short sword stabs, I duck under one that went high and swing my sword upwards at an angle to just smash him into the side. Maybe it didn't even cut. I think it just launched him into the distance. Not the distance, into the side of the room.
You devastate this rat.
And I guess the bonus action, I move the hex onto where at 11 for free.
Alright.
I guess I'll choose strength saves. I don't know. Or strength checks.
Number 11 is just looking at its family, its friends, its buddies, its rivals just fell into it and just...
He points his sword at where at 11 says, "You're next, villain."
Uh-oh, it's about to go anime.
And he screams at the top of his lungs. And he's looking around, frantic, like a rat backed into the corner. He's not thinking straight. And he's gonna go, turn around and try to go for Hana. So he swings wild.
A poor choice.
That will hit. It gets you along the chest. It's thin, rusty blade. And then it's just gonna, like, stagger forward and try to latch onto you. And that's gonna hit. Go ahead and give me a con save in the castle.
Alright.
Alright. It's just kind of hanging on you right now.
Oh, how thoroughly unpleasant.
Fresh, it's your turn.
Alright. Oh, Hannah's hurting, but maybe I could just finish this thing off. I'm just gonna go for a basic attack.
Alright. Yeah, that'll hit.
I assume both?
Yeah.
Alrighty. And then that.
Hana, it's your turn. Digi.
I'm back. What an unpleasant little road you are. But if you want to meet the end so quickly, those I'll help you along. As she lays a hand on it and casts Toll the Dead once more.
Roll. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna fail. Oh, it's not looking great.
And she'll leave it at that.
Gray, you're up.
Yep, Gray is gonna close the gap and take another swipe at the reigning were-rat with his spooky Shadow Blade.
Thou hit. You land into him.
And that will be Gray.
Etcha.
I might as well try again.
Would you kindly?
That's a hit. How do you want to do it?
there'll be a gout of flame appearing in front of the were-rat's eyes before, you know where its soul is going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems that we've managed to deal with all of these ones.
Well, that's, what would that be? 5 down?
5 or 6? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if these, odd creatures count as rats, but, I don't know, let's have a look at the scroll.
So you pull out the scroll and you look at the number. It was like 270 something. It's down to 50. It seems in the midst of combat, a lot of the tiny rats that were the swarm got killed and crushed in the conflict that seemed to add towards your totals.
Oh my god, they were the minor enemies in the in our Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah. If you, with that logic, you can look farther into the cave. It's just kind of a huge furred rat's nest. And if you take your time, between the 5 of you, you can get your bounty pretty quick.
Well, might as well get to work.
I'm gonna swing my sword in the general direction, and it shoots a like one of the video game style beam attacks that looks like a slash. It just
Like
yeah.
Dynasty Warriors.
Do they do that in Dynasty Warriors?
Some of them do.
Anyway, it's Eldritch Blast.
I'm just gonna spit a cone of poison out of my mouth.
I'm gonna start Eldritch Blasting the nest with anime sword slashes.
It would take you long enough to have a short rest.
We can't really take a short rest while doing that.
It's downtime activity. It doesn't take much effort to get rid of normal rats.
Well, okay. The Knoll is using... He opens his mouth and just shoots out multiple beams of fire. As the blades on his weapons disappear, and he puts the staff back together.
Sonoga, are these rats tasty?
Do you eat one?
Yes.
They are very tasty. They seem, even though they're kind of dingy and super gross, they're very meaty. They're very well fed.
Nice. I'm still gonna be attacking, or taking him out, but I'm also gonna be eating one every once in a while.
Stab, stab, chew, chew.
You know, pick up a nice looking one every once in a while.
Alright. You guys have completed the quest. Do you do anything else, or do you guys go back up?
Do the were-rats have anything good? Have anything on them?
Well, first off, Hannah, you want to use some of your hit dice?
Oh, I'll be fine. In fact, I think I'll just use prayer of healing for everyone. That should do nicely. I don't need long. I don't.
Well,
Matter of fact, I'd like for us to be the first ones to finish our quest. Would look pretty good, wouldn't it?
Well,
See,
I
up to
guess
6
we'll go
creatures
in-
of your choice. 2d8 spell modifier, so
Wow. I only took 5 damage.
I'm very good at what I do. Ah, much better. Alright, let's go.
You guys go up the stairs.
Well, we
Open.
have to scan the corpses with the crystal, was it?
No,
That-
the scroll automatically countered our kills.
Yeah, the scroll
Ah,
just counts
yeah,
our kills.
right.
It's down to, well, I mean 0 now, so.
I would say you don't really find anything useful in these rare rats. Maybe a total of like 10 copper.
Hardly worth kneeling down for.
Their clothes are ragged
Sweet.
and their weapons are very in disarray. So, you guys go up to the steps, open up the storm door. New victory gleaming in your eyes that you got done that quest in a record time. You come up and everybody give me a perception check. So you guys are just kind of talking and it's like, yeah, we did a good job.
Yeah, it's fine work. I mean,
All in a hero's work.
Mm-hmm.
Is it what kind of perception?
Hearing based. I need one from Gray and Hana. So Hana and Lucky hear this as you guys reach up to it. The shop is unnaturally quiet. The sounds of customers that were coming in and talking, and Tommy just chatting away, but not there. It's eerily calm. All you hear is the faint crackling of the forge. Even the sounds of the distant party outside have become muted, almost. You can see the parties going on out the window as you come up the stairs, but you can't hear it. And soon it dawns on everyone as you round the corner outside the shop. You see Tommy on the ground, laying slain as a long, etched spear lays in his back. And that is where we're going to call it.
Dear.
No!
Oh, perhaps I should have been a bit faster.
No,
Was that
weapon
this?
shop guy!
It was at this moment that I realized yet again I forgot to update the credits for this new game. So, oops. But alright, thank you all so much for joining us for the first stream of Deities in Disguise Dungeons and Dragons. I will be back tomorrow with more streaming. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those good things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Please consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best places to support the stream. You can also do so by grabbing some merchandise, or you can donate, subscribe, or just share the stream around. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Have a good night, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Oh.
Yes, it lives. It lives.
I can only wonder what my orb or my eye orb is about.